down to this recording, a lot of my demographic is college students. And what I really wanted to ask you guys really is that, well, to my audience, is that these guys are much more older than us. A lot of college students, or a lot of my not friends, but just my peers in general, I feel that there's a percentage of people that, a large percent of people know what they want to do after college, right? And there's always that percentage where like they don't know what to do. Because I'm coming into my third year of college, and that's a very pivotal state in college, because you have to declare your major if you haven't declared it yet. And do you guys feel like, when you guys were from college till now in your position right now, do you feel like it's okay to not know what you want to do yet? Or should you, like, what could you tell yourself from now to your college?
You want to go first, Mark? Go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, being a high school teacher, I had to reflect a lot about my own journey to give advice to my students. And like for me, I know that I'm a creative type. I challenge too many things. I go against the grain so much. I challenge authority so much that like I really had to really dig deep as to what kind of advice can I give to my students who don't think like me, you know? Mm-hmm. The one thing that I keep coming back to is like, when I'm on my deathbed, when I'm like 85 years old, man, what will I be looking back on in my life and regretting? You know, like, will I be on my deathbed and think to myself, man, you know, Marc, you should have went to law school, man. You would have made more money. You would have had that Corvette that blah, 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 blah. You would have had that mansion. No. Like, I don't think I would care about that at all. Like, to this day, I wouldn't care about that materialistic consumerist side, you know? So when I really look down to what I really value, like, was it that I would want more if I were to be on my deathbed? I would want more of those memories that Johnny, like, maybe you can attest to this, memories of like those Sundays at Yinam's house, where we would like have family, just all the aunts and uncles, all the cousins. We had like food, they would sing karaoke, we'd eat like a big meal, and we just have a good time just hanging out. So what is that feeling though? That feeling is camaraderie. What is camaraderie? Just a feeling of connection with people that you love, your friends, your family. That's something I would want more of, right? So every time I see you guys, there's a underlying feeling of like home and warmth and family, and like, these people love me, I love them. I don't care what they go through. I don't care if yada yada had a suicide attempt. I don't care if so-and-so was in jail. I don't care if so-and-so was on meth. Like, I love you guys. You know, you guys are like my family. You're an extension of me. That's a great feeling, right? That's what I want more of. Other feelings that I love is like being a teacher, being the teacher that like can open someone's eyes. Man, I love that feeling. I love like seeing a young person's like light bulb. Like, that's a great feeling for me as a teacher. Like that's something that I strive for as a teacher, like exposing someone to a new idea that would wake them up and show them a new way of thinking. Like don't just accept everything that you take from your childhood, from your parents, you know, from your peers. Like, learn to question things, like learn to think outside the box, you know? So anyways, what that goes down to is like, define your values. What is it in your life that you really, really value in this life? Is it financial gain? For me, it's not. Like, my dad and I would argue for hours on end, like, about what's more important in this life. I always argued, like, no, financial gain is not my thing, Dad. You and Mom did that, and you and Mom sacrificed time with the family. So I don't even know you guys. You guys don't know me. I lied about everything to you guys because I couldn't speak the truth to you for the sake of you guys making money. You guys say like, yeah, you made money for me. Sure. You know, I had, you know, certain advantages financially, but I would trade that for having like a closer family value, someone, a dad I could talk to, a mom that I didn't have to lie to, you know, stuff like that. So I tell my kids to first really think about what you value the most. What is it that you value? Is it financial gain? Is it experience? Is it family? Is it, you know, it could be anything. However, whatever it is that you value, you gotta chase that the most. Chase what you love the most, because at the end of the day, whatever you choose that's based on love is 1,000% better than doing something out of fear. A lot of my students say stuff like, "Mr. Liu, I'm doing this because my parents want me to make money. They're scared that I won't make money, so I'm doing this because just to make money." I'm like, man, if you don't value that, when you're older, you're gonna look in your life and be like, why did I waste all my time doing that profession when I didn't even love it? I did it for my parents, you know. So then I ask my students this question too, like, what's a better scenario to you? You chasing your dream, but you're living on your friend's futon couch and you're 35 years old, or you're a multi-million-dollar, you know, person. You're a CEO of your own business, and you have a spouse that cheats on you, and your kids don't respect you, but you got everything that people want. What's more important? You know, like, so to me, it's like, what do you value, and chase that. But you really got to reflect on what you truly value, and when you think and when you think of what it is that you value, keep asking why. Why do you value that? Why do you value that? Why? For me, my biggest value was like experience. I wanted to just experience everything, the good things in life, the bad things in life, and then everything in between. Because I feel like I have one time in this lifetime as me, as Marc. So I want to experience everything. I want to experience sadness, failure, happiness, joy, ecstasy, everything. Because this is my one chance in this lifetime to experience that. So.
Very good, Marc. Well, you know, a lot of you say have a lot of meaning, and it's true. But I'll try to close the loop on what you're trying to say. No, definitely, family is number one. That's where I think we're all have in common. So the common goal here, I think, in life is love, right? We're always searching for love. It could be career, it could be family, but you have to have a passion for something in life to grow and to pursue. Because if you're wandering around all the time just having fun, playing video games or partying, you know, you're never going to find that passion, right? You think you have that passion because you're having fun, but you're not getting anywhere. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't. There should be a balance, right? I mean, I'm exactly what Jimmy was trying to say. Is I went to college. I thought I was going to be a chemist or pharmacist, but I realized I hated science. You know, I love art, I love graphic, I love technology, but it was too late. When I graduated, I had to look for something else because I did not want to work in a lab. I knew I didn't want to pursue to be a pharmacist. So I, you know, took the first job I can get, working for a small company who needed like a marketing guy that's graphic, and it was perfect for me. They wasn't expecting a lot, but I was able to help. I knew some knowledge, and I was just digging deep, you know, studying every day, trying to grow on being like a graphic designer and stuff. And you know, I did fine. But even that, I feel like, you know, that didn't define who I am. But what defined me was, you know, finding the love of my life and wanting to make her happy, grow together and have kids. And that really brought things to light where I want to be successful for them, for my family, you know, like what Marc was saying. And my parents, you know, growing up, they work all the time. I felt like a void. Me and my brother, you know, Jimmy wasn't there because he was later on, but that's part of the reason why family and, you know, being there for my family means so much, because work isn't always the answer. You know, it might make you money, but it's is it going to make your family happy as a whole, you know? And the answer is no. And but at least I had my brother. We grew together. We kept each other company. That was actually our survival, you know, not having our parents around all the time. So that's what I want when I was going to be a father. I want to be there for my kids, you know, and not just work and have a career and make a lot of money, because you know, if you're not doing something, you're losing it. So I'm not saying that I'm like successful, but at least I'm content where I make enough money, but at the same time I can devote some time with my kids, even though, you know, I wish I can have more time. So at this moment in this cold, you know, in this sheltering in lockdown, it's kind of like, you know, nice to be with them even more. But then it's catch-22. You know, I want to play sports with them, be more around, but then can't really go anywhere. So it's weird. But anyways, I just want to say, hey, you know, money isn't everything, but if you can wrap yourself, keep a balance, and make your family happy, money isn't a bad thing, because I think in the end, if you can help others by making, you know, more money, I think that can fulfill your other meaning in life, where, you know, not only are you, you know, can help your family, but then you can help others if the money's there.
Well put. Well put.
I mean, what's your thoughts, man? Like, after hearing both our sides, me and Q have a little bit of different opinions. What's your thought on it?
Well, at this point in time, I feel that I've taken already like the courses I've liked, and I do enjoy like the business aspect. That's why I'm in finance. And no, I just really wanted to ask that question because at the end of the day, yeah, like it pertains to the question that, oh, would you rather make a shitload of money but like hate the job you're doing, or do a job that you hate, I mean a job that you love but for little money, right? And at the end of the day, like I'd rather choose doing a job that I love and making a little money, because I get to wake up every day and do something that I enjoy, rather than just waking up to doing like a, because we live in California, realistically, like waking up, doing an hour commute to a job I don't like, dude, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just feel that this podcast in general I just want it to be super relatable to my audience, and it's for their kids, right? And they think that college is this window where, like, all right, after college you need to jump to that job like real quick, you know. And that's why kids are so pressured, you know. Kids are so pressured to like find this job and to dive into it, and then like, damn, boom, they're stuck with this crappy ass job they don't like. And do you guys feel like the clock is ticking like too fast for them? Like, do you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Is the question clear?
Yeah. I mean, I felt that pressure, like me going to art school and then me switching majors in my sophomore year to art education. The reason why I switched was because, like, in my freshman and sophomore year, when I was just a painting major, I thought, man, what am I going to be doing after I graduate? Am I going to be working at Starbucks and painting on the side, you know, like not making any money at all and just being a starving artist for real? Or is there like an alternative? And the alternative was to be a teacher, to have a salary, not a great salary, but something that was more stable, you know? And so I chose that route, not realizing at the time how much I would love it. But for me, man, it's like when I talk to my seniors about their chapter outside of high school, I talk to them like, what is a career? Like, cause you know, like your audience doesn't know, they don't know me, but I came out to Vegas to run a nail salon because all of our aunts and uncles on our mom's side lives in Vegas. They all own nail salons. They all make bank. And so when I was lost in my 30s, like I went out to Vegas to do that. And I did that for 2 years. And I thought, man, this is like, I felt so empty. I felt like I'm wasting my life away. Like when I would get stoned, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? This is not your life. Your life's calling. You have more to give to this world than to do nails, you know, just for the buck. So what it came down to was like, what is a career? A career is you trading in 40 hours of your life a week for a paycheck. So what is it that you want to trade your life in for 40 hours of, like, what do you want to do for 40 hours that's worth that paycheck? Like, was doing nails worth that paycheck? No, it wasn't for me. For our aunts and uncles and our parents, yeah, it was worth it because they had no other skill. They had a family. They had, you know, like my mom and dad, they had 3 kids, man. They had to have a way to make ends meet. That was their way. For me, like, I didn't struggle with food. I didn't struggle with shelter, you know, like, so my brain is operating on a different level, is thinking differently, you know? So that's why I tell my students, like, what are you willing to trade your life in? 40 hours, day in, day out for a certain paycheck. What is it that you're willing to trade that for, you know? Which is why I question this whole quarantine thing. Like how will society change once families are getting to spend more time with each other, you know, without having to go to work or going into your office? You get to spend time with your family and still make the money that you make, you know, like what are the pros and cons to that? And so that's something, like, if your audience is college level students, think about that. Like, think about what's worth 40 hours of your life every single week for a certain amount of money. What is it, you know? Because everyone's got a price. Everyone's got a price that they will sell out to, you know?
Right. Well put. Well, that's something for the listeners to kind of just reflect on. Thank you for your time, Mark. I know it's a long night. Johnny, thank you so much. This was Against the Grain. And hopefully you guys enjoyed with this little talk that we had during this weird era, this weird period of time we're just living in.
Man, historical.
This is going in the history books, you know. You know, social study teachers are going to be teaching this in a couple of years. Be like, damn, this is what happened in 2020. What did you say, John? Yeah, science teacher, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, science teacher be like, all right, guys, this is the protein that hurt the immune system. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. And just run it up, like and subscribe. Remember to hit the notification. And it's your boy. We're out.